Well, boys and girls, this is my fourth chapter of this book, and this topic I told you is very important. You'll be having one or two questions in any way, either in your midterm or in the final term or maybe in the assignment. So you need to understand it well. Uh, the chapter name is the probability and the counting rules. This is the name of your chapter. Let me clear the concept. What is probability? Just in general way, every person is making some sort of using some sort of probability in his life. The concept of probability is very important in the theoretical statistics as well in the practical statistics, which is mainly concerned with drawing inference from uncertain experiments or situations. You see, at times we draw some conclusion, but we are not sure what is going to happen. So drawing some conclusion or inference, कोई नतीजा हम आगाज कर लेते हैं. One good day morning, I give you an example that you get up in the and see that the sky is overcasted by dark, thick clouds. अब आपका past experience कहता है कि बारिश हो सकती है. But chances हैं there is an ample chance for the rain to fall. And this you give a statement on the basis of your experience. Similarly, once you attempt your paper, a person who has worked very well and he has done his paper very well, he will say that I have ample chance to qualify my test. But in otherwise situation, the student will not be sure whether he is going to qualify his test or is not going to qualify his test. So sometimes for any experiment, you would just guess that what is going to happen in future. So the result is not here at hand at that time. The same goes for tossing. Suppose a cricket match is going to start and the umpire is tossing and some person is opting for the head. The coin is in the air and nobody is sure which face is going to appear once the coin will fall on the ground. Nobody is sure. So just this is a hit and trial method that we opt either head or we opt for the tail, but you are not sure about the result. All these situations give us the concept of probability. The concept is very old basically. This degree of confidence or belief expressed in some way provide the concept of probability. The theory of the probability was found by two French mathematicians. Their names were Pascal and Fermat. They were from 17th century. They basically introduced the concept of probability. Later on, it was further developed by Jacob Bernoulli, Abraham de Moivre's, and Laplace. These are all the mathematicians or statisticians. They kept on working on this concept and developed the concept. And then nowadays, you see, probability is very much effectively used in most of the walks of life because we predict some values earlier and we assume what is going to happen and what is their past experience, and on the basis of that we decide certain cases. This is the probability. In probability, while finding your what is probability experiment, sample space, addition, multiplication rules, probabilities of complementary events, all these things you will study here. These are the very fundamental concepts and it must be clear to you. Basic concepts. See, I'm just going for this probability experiment. A probability experiment is a chance process that leads to the well-defined results for the outcomes. An outcome is the result of a single trial of a probability experiment. Now there is some probability experiment, say flipping a coin or rolling a dice. You have done your experiment and you see what is the outcome. I mean, the net result is appearing. That is called the outcome. And before that, you are not sure about the result, so that is a probability experiment. Sample space plays a very vital role. A sample space is the set of all probability outcomes of an experiment. You see, if I say, what's the sample space of flipping one coin? So once we flip a coin, what are total possible outcomes? Either head will appear or tail will appear. So the set H, comma T, this is the sample space for flipping one coin. Similarly, flipping two coins, I'll let you know, either on both the coins, the head is there, or on the first coin is head and on the other coin is tail, or on the first coin is tail, on the other coin is head, or on both the coins tails are there. So these are the four cases. Once we flip two coins, and once we flip three coins, I will show it later on, there will be 8 cases, and so on and so forth. Once there are 4 coins, there will be 16 cases. So these are all the possible outcomes, and as many outcomes you are having, so if you make a set, that is called the sample space. Are you sure about that? Clear now? Sample space actually is the set of all possible outcomes of a probability experiment. Done? You see here it has written sample experiment is toss one coin, head or tail, roll a dice, 6 faces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, any one of the 6 faces. But out of these 6, you can't have the 7th result or 8th result. Not more than these possible results you can have. Answer true or false question. So either the answer is true or false. That's it. No third option is there. Toss 2 coins, I told you, on both head, tail, head, tail, or tail, head. And you have to make many sample spaces because some of the questions will need the sample space must be made earlier before finding the probability. Now this is the sample space in front of you for rolling 2 dice. So on the vertical column, dice 1, there are 6 faces. On the horizontal column, dice 2, again 6 faces. The possible outcomes are 36 that you can have on both the dices 1, 1. On the first dice is 1, and on the second dice is 2. On the first dice is 1, second dice is 2. Keep on going in that way. On the first dice may be 6, and on the second dice may be 3. Okay. So these are the possible outcomes, and these outcomes are 36 in total. You can't have more than 36 possibilities. So this is called the sample space of rolling 2 dices. And remember, once you are going to make it, write 1, 2, 3, 6 vertically and 1, 2, 3, 6 horizontally, and then make in the ordered pairs 1, 1, then 1, 2, then 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5. Okay, 1, 6. Then leave 1, start from 2. 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, and 2, 6. So in that way you complete the all the rows. Now see, this is the simplest space of drawing a card from the deck. ताश की एक गड्डी है, well shuffled pack of deck. इसमें जो पॉसिबल केसेस होते हैं, यू मस्ट बी श्योर, क्योंकि क्वेश्चन है भी आपका, यू विल डू इट फ्रॉम योर एक्सरसाइज। सो मोस्टली ये गैम्बलर्स की ही प्रॉपर्टी इजाद की नहीं है, सो दे हैव यूज्ड दिस कार्ड्स। रिमेंबर देयर आर 4 सूट्स, याद रखिएगा कितने सूट्स होते हैं हमारे पास, 4। देयर नेम्स आर हार्ट, क्लब्स, डायमंड एंड स्पेड। The first row is for the heart, second row is for the diamond, third row is for the club, ये club है, और आखिर वाली रो जो है, this is the spade. Okay. Note one thing more I'm explaining here. ये sample space है आपका, कितने total possibilities हैं? There are 13 cards in each suit and there are 4 suits. So 4 into 13 is 52. The total cards are 52. Now, the first 2 rows, the heart, cards of heart, and the cards of diamond. ये दो जो rows हैं, first 2, both are red cards. Both the suits, इनको suit कहेंगे. The suits are red, and the last 2 suits, club and spades, they are black. ये club है, and the last row is for the spade. Both are black. So 26 cards are red and 26 cards are black. ये चीजें जिन्होंने गेम खेली हुई ताश की, they can easily conceive it. बहरहाल gender of children, चलिए ये इसने अच्छा कर दिया आपके सामने. Find the sample space for the gender of the children if a family has 3 children. Use B for the boy and G for the girl. अब देखिए किसी फैमिली में 3 चिल्ड्रन है, सी हियर केयरफुली आई एम एक्सप्लेनिंग, और 4 चिल्ड्रन का आपने सैंपल स्पेस खुद बनाना है. सो दैट ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड हाउ आर वी मेकिंग द सैंपल स्पेस इन केस ऑफ 3 चिल्ड्रन. लुक हियर, फर्स्ट यू स्टार्ट दैट ऑल द 3 चिल्ड्रन आर बॉयज. B means boys. First 2 are boys and in the last is a girl. Now keep on shuffling this girl here, then in the beginning like that. देखिए अब G आखिर में था, हमने इसको सेंटर में कर दिया, फिर G को हमने बिल्कुल बिगिनिंग में कर दिया. This is the systematic approach to proceed with. और अगर एक इवेंट को आपने रिपीट किया, दोबारा लिख दिया, तो that is meaningless. We are not supposed to just write down the number of total values. We are to write exact value. I mean, repetition is not allowed. In case of sets, remember, I I tell you, if I'm having one set 1 3 5 and my another set is 1 1 3 3 3 5 5 5. So what is the difference between these two sets? No difference. Apparently, the second set seems to be lengthier and bigger and having the digits repeated, but there is no difference as far as sets are concerned. Remember, repetition of a digit or a value in the sets is meaningless. It will be counted only once. बार बार लिखना बेकार है. आप एक सेट है उसमें 8 लिखा हुआ है, दूसरे सेट में 8 को हमने 10 times लिख दिया. There is no difference between the two sets because 10 times writing 8 is meaningless. In sets, it will be considered only once. So I am saying here that be careful that do not say we are to produce 8 possible outcomes. No doubt we require here 8 possible outcomes, but it does not mean that you are repeating 2 or 3 and 1 or 2 you are missing. That will not be appropriate sample space. Now, the method I was telling that that first you take all the boys, then G in the last case, then keep on shuffling G, bring it in the middle, then bring it in the beginning. So these three cases in this way, one girl and two boys. Then we write here all the girls, okay. Then two G's and one boy, and then keep on shuffling boy here, then boy in the beginning. Got it? So very simple. In the same style as we wrote in the case of the boys, this is the last case for the girls. One boy and two girls. So total points or total outcomes you are having, they are 8. The formula is not down somewhere. I ask you to bring your notebooks with you. 2 power n. The formula is 2 power n. If you are having 2 coins flipping to 2 power 2, so there will be 4 values in your sample space. If there are 3 coins you are flipping 2 power 3, means 8 points will be there in the sample space. This is the same case here, 2 power 3. If there are 3 children and their genders are either boy or the girl, the base is 2 and power is 3. Total outcomes are 8. This is, gentlemen, the sample space for a family having 3 children. You will make note down somewhere. I'm giving you a question. Rather, I'll give you an assignment also that make a sample space for 4 children. If a family has 4 children, make a sample space and then you have to find the respective probabilities. What is tree diagram? Tree diagram is a device consisting of line segments emanating from a straight point and also from the outcome point. It is used to determine all possible outcomes of a probability experiment. ये थोड़ा figurative style है लिखने का. Sample space कैसे बनाया जा सकती है. So that will consider here. देखिए ये है. This is your tree diagram. Well, this is a family starting from this point. They may have their first child as boy, the second child as girl. Then in the next stage, for the second child, first child is either boy or a girl. This is the first child. Both the cases are for the first child. Now this is the case for the second child, either boy or a girl. First boy, second girl. Or again, the possibilities are in the second child, the first, in case when the first is the girl, then boy and girl. Now again, the possibilities are for the third child, either a boy or a girl, or a boy or a girl, or boy or a girl, the same. Okay. These are the possibilities for the first child, possibilities for the second child, possibilities for the third child, and then you keep on the branch B, 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 all the 3 Y's. Then go for the second branch, boy, boy, girl. This is the second outcome. Then boy, girl, boy. This is the third outcome. Boy, girl, and then girl. This is the next outcome. Similarly, in the second case, if the first is the girl, then boy, this outcome. Girl, boy, and then girl. Next case, girl, then girl, and a boy. Girl, girl, and again a girl. But this is the way we make a tree diagram to get our outcomes, possible outcomes. And all these possible outcomes, if we write in the form of a set, this will be known as the sample space. Event. An event consists of a set of outcomes of a probability experiment. Event है, देखिए, if you are considering all the events, its specific name is the sample space. And if you are just concentrating on few of the events, not considering all the events, then that set is an event. I mean, any event, any one of the cases you are taking, that is the event. जैसे यहाँ पर ये एक event हो गया G, first girl and then boy and then pass, one of the events. Okay. Now I'm giving you three important definitions of the probabilities. ये जरा ध्यान में रखिएगा कि what are these three possibilities. The first definition is classical probability. The probability of an event E is PE. देखिएगा, याद रखिएगा. You will write P, this capital P for the probability, and inside the small brackets you will write E, maybe A, maybe B. Uppercase of English alphabets are used to denote the events. E for the event, okay? Maybe A, maybe B. These are denoted in the uppercase of English alphabets. And E, all the points in the outcomes in E, and as total number of outcomes in the sample space. So divided by total values, I mean all the possibilities you will write in the denominator. The total cases in the denominator and the favorable cases you will take, which are going to favor in a particular event, that in the numerator. तो favorable cases ऊपर हो जाएंगे. जैसे मैं आपको एग्जांपल देता हूँ. If I am writing 1 to 10, this is my sample space, and I want to find the probability of even numbers, PE, E for the even numbers. How many are the even numbers? 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. 5 are the even numbers. The 5 will be the favorable cases. Those will be written in the numerator. And total points in the sample space are 10. So it will come in the denominator. The net result will be 1 by 2. 5 by 10 means 1 by 2. The probability is 0.5. So these are three different styles of writing the probability. Either you write in decimal form, or you write in the fractional form, or you write in the percentage form. मैं कहूँगा ना, आपके पास होने की probability जो है वो 70% है. It means 70% is the probability. You may write it in the decimal. तो आप इसको 100 से divide कर दिए. 70 divided by 100% means per divided by 100. So the answer will be 0.7. So 0.7 is the decimal style of writing. You may write it fractional form में. जैसे 2 by 3 is a probability, 1 by 2 is a probability. अभी आपके केस में 1 by 2 आया था. So these are the three various styles of writing. But remember, as far as your questions will be concerned, you will show your answers in the decimals. Okay. Try your best to show your answers in decimals. And in this chapter, for every question, if there is a possibility, keep on writing 4 digits after the decimal. Must. You must write how many digits? 4 digits after the decimal. Otherwise, the answer won't be very accurate. Just writing only 1 digit after the decimal will not serve the purpose. You see, if you are writing only 1, 0.1, if answer is coming, it will not be sufficient, because if I write 0.199, it means the answer is 19.9%. And if you are writing simply 0.1, it means this is 1% or 10%. So there is difference in these two. Better you write your probability answers after 4 digits, 4 after the digit 4, after the decimal 4 digits, right? Well, this first definition I gave you, where the favorable cases you will take in the numerator and total cases which are there in the sample space you take in the denominator. This is called the classical probability. And you have noted that in this case we are using the sample space because we are taking all the outcomes of sample space in the denominator.